you probably know what this is.
Listen,
Didn't I tell you something about interrupting me, you dumb fuck? Yes, sir. Tell me about my good qualities, and if I believe you, well, you're free. Talk about me. The fuck are you thinking about, huh?
What do you want away?
You need to come with us, Mr. DeMarco's wing.
His name is Nick Wilde, and Las Vegas is about to remember exactly who he is. Nick Wilde is a bodyguard for hire in Las Vegas, not the kind with a suit and an earpiece standing outside a celebrity event, the kind people call at 2 in the morning when they have no one else to turn to. He protects people who can't protect themselves. He solves problems that can't be solved through normal channels. He does it quietly, without drawing attention, without asking for recognition, and he is very, very good at it. But underneath that calm and controlled exterior is a man fighting a battle every single day. It starts with a job that seems almost too simple. A man named Osgood approaches Nick with an unusual request. He wants Nick to start a fight with him in a bar. Make it look real. Make it look like Osgood is brave enough to stand up to a stranger, all to impress a woman named Doris, who has been pulling away from him. Nick agrees. He takes the job. That night, he walks into the bar and does exactly what he was paid to do. He provokes Osgood, belittles him, gets in his face, creates the kind of tension that forces a man to either back down or stand up. Osgood stands up, and Doris notices.
I like it when a woman starts that strong.
Say something for him to go away.
Don't do it again.
I won't touch her again. Is it all right if I touch you?
It's mine and I want it. I try to behave like a gentleman, Doris. I really do.
Come over here, mate.
That's enough!
Osgood, please!
It's over. Please.
Get out!
You're my own little hero.
The next morning, Osgood calls Nick with genuine gratitude in his voice. It worked. Doris is back. He's happy. He pays Nick $1,000 plus a $500 bonus. Nick takes the money. He doesn't smile. He doesn't celebrate, because men like Nick Wilde don't find meaning in other people's love stories. He's happy for Osgood, but that happiness doesn't reach him. Nothing much does anymore. Then the message comes. His friend Rox passes him a note. Holly needs him urgently. Nick goes to her apartment, and when he sees her, he understands immediately why she didn't want to meet in public. Her face is destroyed, bruised so badly she's almost unrecognizable, swollen, broken, the kind of damage that takes real, deliberate cruelty to inflict. She was beaten inside a hotel room, then thrown out of a car near a hospital like she was nothing, like she was disposable. Holly tells him who did it. Danny DeMarco, an East Coast gangster who has made himself comfortable in Las Vegas, a man with money, connections, and the kind of protection that makes consequences disappear. Holly doesn't want to go to the police. She knows how that ends. She wants Nick. She wants him to help her make DeMarco pay. Nick says no. He tells her he wants nothing to do with it. He tells her to leave it alone. He walks out. But Nick Wilde doesn't really walk away from things like this. He never has, and deep down, he knows it. He starts asking questions, quietly, carefully. He talks to Millicent, a housekeeper at the hotel, who knows everything that happens inside those walls. She gives him a room number. She warns him not to go.
I need you to do me something. Do not fuck with these guys.
Nick goes anyway. He walks into DeMarco's suite like he belongs there, calm, unhurried, completely in control. DeMarco is surrounded by his men. He looks at Nick like he's already decided how this ends. Nick tells him a friend of his was disrespected. DeMarco laughs, offers $50,000 to make the conversation stop. Nick doesn't take the money. Instead, he does something that changes the entire dynamic of the room. He reveals something about DeMarco, something personal, something intimate, something that could only have come from a woman who had been alone with him, something deeply humiliating.
Of course I can't. But he went away.
DeMarco's confidence cracks. Nick walks out, not because he's finished, because he's made his point. And now, DeMarco knows that Nick knows.
That's him. Remember me?
Sure. Hey, what's she up to, huh?
You know who I am.
You're the party giver.
What is this, about money? Is that what this is?
Hope I sharpened these enough.
Wait, hey. Oh, let me be, please.
Good. What'd you say?
I love you.
Last chance.
Oh, I love you, please.
Meanwhile, Nick has a new client, a young man named Cyrus Kinnick, arrogant, demanding, used to getting what he wants immediately. He insists on hiring Nick as personal protection in the casinos. Nick doesn't like him, but he takes the job. And over the course of several nights on the casino floor, something unexpected happens. Kinnick starts to reveal himself. Underneath the arrogance is a young man who is genuinely lost. He doesn't just want protection, he wants guidance. He wants someone to show him how to navigate a world built on fear and power. He asks Nick to be his mentor, to teach him how to be fearless. Nick refuses, but Kinnick keeps showing up. And slowly, without either of them planning it, something real begins to form between them.
I need you to kill the fear that lives inside of me every day. I earned $70 million by the time I was 19. Being smarter is the only defense I've ever had.
Then one night, Nick comes home and finds the door open. He stops outside. He already knows. DeMarco's men are inside, waiting. Nick doesn't run. He doesn't call for help. He walks in. What happens next is fast and brutal and completely one-sided. Because this is what happens when you send the wrong men after the right man. Nick survives. But now the situation has escalated beyond a personal dispute. He is brought before Baby, the most powerful man in Las Vegas. Baby lays out the accusations: robbery, violence, murder. Nick denies everything, calmly, without flinching. DeMarco is brought in to tell his version of events. He lies smoothly, convincingly. For a moment, it looks like Nick has no way out.
And right away, he pistol whips me, right in the mouth, you see? He takes out Teal and Kinlaw like they were nothing. And he shoots maybe my two best friends in the whole world. And he panicked and he ran.
Then Nick asks one question, a single simple question, the kind of question only an innocent man could answer without hesitation.
Has a small but definite cut. I saw it put there by a dear sweet lady. Can locate Mr. DeMarco's packer.
DeMarco refuses to answer, and in that silence, the truth becomes clear to everyone in the room. Baby releases Nick. DeMarco walks out furious, and now it is no longer just business. Now it is personal. But the most dangerous moment of Nick's week has nothing to do with DeMarco. It happens at the casino. Nick sits down at a table, and he starts winning again and again and again.
If I win, I'm over 500.
$56,000 in chips. He stands up. He walks toward the exit. This is the number. This is the moment. Everything he has been waiting for. And then he stops. The lights, the sounds, the pull. He turns around.
What's happened?
Loser's dream. This is not what I need. Never pushed the logic because I never thought I'd be in this position. Enough so I'll never have to come back here. Money is.
He goes back to the table. He puts everything in, every single chip, plus the $25,000 from DeMarco, and he loses it all. He doesn't scream. He doesn't react. He just sits there in the silence of what he has done to himself. Because this is what addiction really looks like. Not dramatic, not loud. Just a man sitting very still while everything falls apart around him. Nick wakes up in Kinnick's house. Kinnick found him, brought him in, took care of him. They sit together and talk, and then Kinnick says something that stops Nick completely. He tells him he is about to be killed. Nick looks at him.
I'm being murdered any minute.
When is this happening?
And before either of them can move, the door opens. DeMarco's men. They came to finish what they started. What follows is not clean or cinematic. It is desperate and violent and real. Nick fights like a man who has accepted that this might be the end. And then Kinnick does something that no one expected. He steps forward. He creates a distraction. He puts himself directly in the line of danger.
Go back inside there, grab that fucking kid, and kill!
Not because he was paid to, not because it was part of any plan, because somewhere between the casino floors and the late-night conversations and the quiet moments in between, this stopped being a transaction and became something neither of them had planned on. Friendship. Nick survives.